How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to Umineko When They Cry, Episode 5, and it is time for Battler to step up to the plate. He's been kind of enduring all of this stuff here, with this really wacky scenario that we found ourselves in, to basically just throw Natsuhi out as the culprit, or at least make it seem like she's the only one that could have committed the murders here in Episode 5. But Battler has been absorbing everything, has been seeing, well, she's been targeted from the beginning, we all know that, but he's been seeing that, and he's ready, I believe, to strike back and find the openings that are definitely there somewhere in all the red truths and all those red texts that have been thrown our way, especially by Bernkastil, to make things just a little bit more fair, which is crazy because yeah, this would allow him to win. You know, his initial goal, to defeat the witch, to defeat magic, to be able to find a truth that is for humans committing the crime. But that's just not the case here, and he will not stand for it. All of the goats stared at Battler.
当法廷の判決に何が不服で、再審請求にふさわしい新しい証拠を、真実をお持ちなのでしょうね。
I get it. Delanour is offering me a helping hand. If she hadn't jumped in here, it would all be over. And now I fully understand how I'm supposed to fight. But because I understand how, I am unable to fight right now. After all, I can't win by simply countering Erika's truth. If I want to deny her truth, I'll need to present a different one. And I still don't have a clue what the truth is. Okay, never mind. I guess he hasn't found the openings that we're looking for, but I mean, there is something, and we were told in the previous video by Virgilia, she gave us a huge hint, and honestly, a huge answer, that Natsuhi is not the culprit. And it probably isn't Kraus either, unless that was like outright stated in red text as well. I think it was. So if it's neither of them. Who else could have done it? But also, we need to present a stage for Beatrice to stand on once again.
時を費やせど至れぬ真実もまたありません。しかし全ての法廷は真実を決定するのに刻限を設けます。そしてその刻限までに至れぬ真実はもはや真実とはなり得ないのです。
Yeah, I know that. By now, everyone is certain that Aunt Natsuhi's the culprit. It might be too late now, even for the real truth. Aunt Ava's violence will probably go unstopped, and no one is even thinking about protecting Aunt Natsuhi. It's no longer a situation where we can say, oh, the truth will eventually be found. And in this world, the time remaining to expose the truth is very short. It's already midnight, at the game's end. The police won't come. The truth won't be revealed. Only the truth decided upon here and now will remain. I slowly stood up, walked in front of Beato, and faced Delanour. I have no plan. I don't know the truth. However, if I don't jump in now, I won't get another chance to fight. The red used by Erika's group is mercilessly strict. I seriously doubt that I can put together a truth where Aunt Natsuhi isn't the culprit without violating that red.
何を頼りない顔をしているのです。情けない男です。
ちくしょう。バトラー。お前を殺すのは俺だ。その約束を俺は守りたい。なのに、今の俺には何の策もない。
良いのだ。この世に真実などない。それは後から作られ、上書きされるのだ。本当の真実なんてどこにもないのだ。
I mean, we were kind of told about this in, was it episode 4? I want to say it was, where when we were following Ange, we kind of got that idea that the truth is whatever is most convenient, you know? Whatever people come across first, or whatever makes the most sense to people. And we saw that with people's perspective on what happened on Rokkenjima years later.
ドラノール、素敵なシナリオだわ。やはりお姫様の処刑にはナイトが現れないと面白くない。そしてその眼前で弾頭を見せてやるのに勝るものなし。古き駒と用済みのプレイヤーたちをまとめて葬り去りなさ
い。御意です。大ベルンカステル教に栄光あれ。我こそは首席異端審問官ドラノール・エノックス。いざ参られい、後ろ宮バトラ。
こうなりゃ破れかぶれだ。俺のわらがけ見せてやる。
I mean, we've seen him struggle a whole bunch of times so far. You know, what's another lovely scenario here? The only reason Erica's theory is so strong is because of those seals. She was given red so quickly just because Lambda Delta easily bought the alibis created by those seals. But the seals aren't red truth. Just sticking paper in a door crack is far from perfect. There's no way something like that can prove anything with certainty.
始めなさいバトラー。愛しのベアトリーチェと一緒にヤギたちに肉片にされて混ぜこぜになってみる。
Wait, why does Battler have to get all eaten up by the goats?
ああ、そのひき肉には
Oh,
あ
that's
んたの
fucked
大
up.
切な妹のひき肉も混ぜてあげるわ。素敵な合いびき肉になるでしょうよ。皮に包んで蒸して小籠包にして、やっぱり醤油でしょ。
フライパンで焼いて卵を乗せてケチャップが最強よ。
Well, that was loud.
よしゃー。エリカお得意の封印の信頼性は疑えないのか。髪を挟むなんていい加減な方法で絶対のアリバイにはなりえないはず。偶然気づいた人間が元の位置に挟み直すことだってあったかもしれない。
The blade of my blue truth should have slashed diagonally through Delanor's chest. However, Delanor's expression didn't budge in the slightest, and there wasn't a single wound on her chest.
何が飛び出すかと思ったバカバカしい。
私からご説明しましょう。私が扉を封印していたのはこれ。バトラさんはこれ紙だと思ってたんですか？
No, it's something specific, right? Erica once again held up the thing that looked like brown paper.
これガムテープです。それも非常に粘着力のある。それにハサミを入れ切れやすくしてあります。それにさらに切れ目、扉と枠部の3箇所に模写不可能な私のサインにて割り印がしてあります。よって痕跡を残さずに剥がすことも貼り直すことも一切できないわけです。
Okay, so it was her name that was over it. I thought it was Bernkastel's name on it.
抜刀申請石剣。
Okay, wait, I heard a chime. What was that? Was that something in our tips? Yeah, we have a couple things here. I'm going to assume that we read the first one. I think we did because I could not figure out how to pronounce that. The Red Key, a weapon for emergencies used by... by official inquisitors belonging to... Alright, bear with me here, guys. I have no idea how to pronounce this. Iserne Jungfrau, Delanor's primary weapon. Unlike a normal weapon, whose purpose is to cause physical damage, this special tool is known as a conceptual weapon, and it is used to deny the existence of concepts. It is impossible for the target to use any defensive concept, whether physical, mental, or conceptual, to defend against this weapon, including such concepts as physical barriers, mental isolation, and conceptual inheritance. Because the weapon denies concepts themselves, even the concept of resisting an attack does not exist, and it is impossible for the target to persist regardless of their stamina. Similarly, all supernatural forms of persistence are also impossible, including transference, time reversal, recurrence, and inheritance. Because concept denial conforms to the verdict procedures dictated by the Great Court, any future concepts that employ supralegal methods will also be denied immediately upon appearance. In addition, when the red key forms a complete barrier, no concept of evasion can succeed either. Defense is impossible, evasion is impossible, persistence is impossible. This ultimate conceptual weapon is the embodiment of these three impossibilities. So strict screening by the Great Court of Heaven is required for usage of the red key. Because of this, the very act of dispatching Delanour, who arms herself with it, is equivalent to a death sentence. In this world, Senator Lambda Delta has placed restrictions on its use and power. And then we've got the blue key here, which is, again, very similar. We have the fun name that I can't pronounce. Like the red key, it is a conceptual weapon, but instead of denying the existence of concepts, it is used to create self-doubt and forces others to deny themselves. For this reason, it is called the blue key of reflection, in contrast with the red key of judgment. Unlike the red key, it is possible to evade and defend against it. However, while the red key has severe restrictions regarding how it can be used, the blue key can be wielded with great ease, and used at will in all situations. Furthermore, because the shape of conceptual weapons is also purely conceptual, their outward appearance differs depending on the individual inquisitor. In Delanour's case, they appear as a long sword and a short sword, but some use them in the form of spears or guns, while others make them take shape as phenomena such as magic or miracles. The red and blue charms used by Gertrude and Cornelia are yet another shape taken by these keys. Whew, there we go.
証人
I guess that kind of explains her weapons a little bit here.
以上により封印の完全性は保証されました。ミスエリカの封印は何者にも破れずごまかすことはできないのです。
エリカの封印は認めよう。だがエヴァおばさんがした源氏さんの部屋の封印は違うはずだ。
It's not.
エヴァの封印もミスエリカの封印と同一のものです。
Yeah, that was the one that we actually got to see.
この封印方法はミスエリカとエヴァが晩餐後に共同で考案したものだからです。エリカは科学捜査に用いるとか言ってじい様の部屋の薬物をいろいろと漁ったな。その薬物の中に例えば溶剤があったかもしれない。それを使えば爪の痕跡を残さずに綺麗にガムテープを剥がすことも可能かもしれない。
We're really getting into some stretches here again, Battler.
金刑謹んで申し上げる。
Oh, we have a Nox rule here, right?
すべての封印はいかなる方法で
Oh no, we're just straight up getting
痕跡を残さずに剥がすことは不可能なり。
we're just straight up getting red text.
金刑謹んで申し上げる。すべての封印には不審な一切の痕跡はなきにけり。
以上により封印に何らかの工作が行われたことがないことが証明されます。
復唱要求。
喜んでエリカとエヴァのすべての封印には剥がすなどの封印の機能を損なわせる一切の工作はなかった。
That's fine, Battler. There's other things that we can focus on here.
跡が残るようなガムテープをあちこちにベタベタと貼りやがって。
Damn you, packing tape. Delanour isn't my only enemy. There's also her subordinates, Gertrude and Cornelia, and also Erica and her master Bernkastel. And even Lambda Delta, the one who hijacked Beato's game. Everyone in this cathedral is my enemy, or is an enemy. Okay, now what? The fierce rush of red immediately repelled my feeble truth. It's obvious why. I don't have any alternate truth. Even at this final stage, I have nothing.
封印の議論だけで終わりですか？全力で来る約束です。
I mean, there has to be more. If I only knew a truth that could prove Aunt Natsuhi's innocence. If I can only make a theory that weaves its way through Erika's red. Damn it. I don't know anything.
勝ち目はあるのか。
Probably not.
家に忘れてきた。取りに戻っていいか。
わらわはすでに負けた身。覚悟はできている。
お前を殺すのが俺の約束だ。だから俺以外の奴がお前を殺すことを許しはしない。俺は約束を
嘘だな。そなたの約束など。
何？俺がお前に何の約束をして何の嘘をついた？
Are we going back in time again?
そなたの言葉でわらわは地獄を受け入れられるというもの。殺せわらわたちを。ベルンカステル、ラムダデルタ。
Beato let out a shrill cry, overcome with laughter. It was a broken laugh, and tears streamed down her cheeks. Battler's words would no longer reach her ears. She kept on laughing insanely, like a broken record.
それで終わりですか？情けない。やはり失望です。後ろ宮バトラー。
Come on, he's got to be able to pull something out of his ass here.
殺してくれドラノール。わらわをバッサリとその赤きたちで真っ二つに。
ゲストハウス2階へ。ラウンジを通過せずに至る方法 X を勝て。
No, I think that violates one of our rules here.
窓やらを封じたと主張しているが、侵入可能な全てを封印できたことは証明できていない。エリカに発見できなかった侵入口 X を封印できなかった可能性がある。
It's not gonna work.
ノックス第
There it is.
秘密の通路の存在を禁ず。ミス・エリカは探偵として全ての侵入口を封印しています。探偵に発見できない通路は秘密の通路です。よってミス・エリカに発見できない侵入口は存在しないのです。
ラウンジのエリカの見張りが完璧でなかった可能性の提示。エリカは2時間を過ごす間、片時も目をそらすことなく監視し続けたのか。わずかの隙を突きラウンジを少なくともエリカの目にだけ触れずに通過することは可能かもしれない。
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think this was already covered.
緊急謹んで申し上げる。ラウンジでのエリカ卿の見張りは完璧なり、わずかの隙も油断も一秒の見落としもなきにけり。
緊急謹んで申し上げる。よってラウンジでの会合中、2階へ上がりしはローザのみなり。
Wait, really? Hold on, that's a huge point there, actually. Hold on.
そのローザおばさんは本当にローザおばさん本人だったのか。
No. Hold on there, Battler. So, In Red stated during their entire meeting in the lounge, so from 1 a.m. to, 3 a.m., Rosa was the only one that went up to the second floor. Nobody else went upstairs. So everybody that was up there at that time. Could that mean that somebody was up there that shouldn't have been up there and was able to leave from the second floor during that time? Or it can't be Kraus. Kraus having gone missing. I don't remember what the other red truths were that may have restricted him into the mansion, but it has to be somebody that could have stayed up on the second floor or somehow got down afterwards. Somehow. We have to, like, consider going around all these time frames that we have on people. There's gotta be holes.
何者かがローザおばさんに変装した可能性、もしくは彼女が実は大きな旅行カバンなどを持っていて。
No, it was stated in red that it was just Rosa. It was just her. No matter what, it was just her.
ノックス第10条、手がかりなき他の登場人物への変装を禁ず、何者かがローザに変装することを示唆する伏線は存在しません。また彼女が人間を隠蔽できる荷物を所持していなかったことをエリカは確認しています。
夏日おばさんは何者かに脅迫されていた。招かれざる未知の客人 X が真犯人なんだ。どうしてこの島には俺たちしかいないと断言できる？
Because it was already stated in red the amount of people on the island.
真犯人は俺たち以外に存在するんだ。
ノックス第1、犯人は物語当初の登場人物以外を禁ず。
So even if there was another person here, it could not have been this other guy.
その死ぬと首に切れ込みができるような不思議な薬だ。それは遅効性でアリバイがありながらも
Can't have any other chemicals that don't make any sense.
第4、未知の薬物および難解な化学装置の使用を禁ず。
I think that also kind of gets rid of my
遠隔殺人の可能な殺人の仕掛け X が存在する可能性もある。
I didn't actually list it as like a real, like, I'm believing in this type of prediction type deal, but my silly little prediction of like, oh, maybe Hideyoshi took some sort of hallucinogenic or something where like eventually he was going to see somebody that wasn't actually in the room and quote unquote die from this someone, you know? But it's just Hideyoshi killing himself. No, I mean that is such a stretch for him to Higurashi himself.
それは未だ発見されていない秘密の仕掛けで。
I think there's another rule to be used here.
ノックス第8条、提示されない手がかりでの解決を禁ず。
とにかく夏日おばさん以外に真犯人がいるんだ。それを否定するなら登場人物全員について赤き真実で犯人でないと負傷してみろ。
Not gonna happen. They won't do it.
ノックス第6条、探偵方法に偶然と第6巻の使用を禁ず。
夏日おばさん以外の全員にアリバイだと一人抜けてるぞ。エリカ自身のアリバイは
She can't be the culprit.
証明するんだ。
ノックス第7条、探偵が犯人であることを禁ず。
Come on, Battler. There's gotta be something you can pull out of your ass here.
夏日おばさんが無実である可能性は常に否定できないはず。エリカの未発見の証拠 X によって無実が証明できる未来の可能性までを否定できるのか。
We're getting straight doo-dooed on here, by the way. I'm just
ノッ
saying.
クス第8条、
Oh, we've heard this one
提示さ
before.
れない手がかりでの解決を禁ず。
この物語は悪意ある虚実に満ちている。夏日おばさんを陥れようと物語自体が罠になっている。
Yeah, I mean, the perspective we were given, definitely.
公正な真実だけで物語を再構築するべきだ。
ノックス第9条、観測者は自分の判断、解釈を主張することが許される。
俺が犯人で例えば24時以降にジョージの兄貴たちが死ぬように遅効性の毒を盛り、その後午前3時に戻った俺が音もなく首を切断した可能性。聞き耳のエリカに聞かれないくらいに静かに。
ノックス第8条、
Again, we've heard this one before.
提示されない手がかりでの解決を禁ず。
みんなは自殺なんだ。
No, that didn't happen.
だから犯人は存在しない。
Balor's really trying, and I respect it, but goddamn, he's also really making me look bad here.
近景慎んで申し上げる。犠牲者は全員他殺なりや。
死体をエリカ自身が検視したわけじゃあるまい。探偵以外の人間は検視を誤る可能性があるはず。
No, she did inspect all of them.
謹んで申し上げる。すべての死体は決して検視を誤らぬものと知りたてまつれ。
なら身代わりしたいということもあるかもな。
Nope.
犠牲者たちとよく
We've
似た死
actually
体を
already got some red truth on
あ
this
らか
one.
じめ用意してあったんだ。
登場人物以外の死体は登場しないと知りたまえ。
ならどうして死体のないクラウスおじさんが死んでると宣言できるんだ。ノックスの第何条だかに違反するんじゃねえのか。
赤き真実はただ真実であり、証拠も証明の必要もないと知りたてまつれ。
Which again, we've been told earlier about this. Damn, the color red is definitely not Battler's best friend here. In the face of these insane arguments, any attempts to overturn the truth where Aunt Natsuhi is treated as the culprit are completely meaningless. Yeah, like I said, he's not liking the color red here. Not at all. Again, respect for the attempts here, but also, man, you're fucking up my parlay here. Every time I brandish my desperate blue truths, Delanor and the others' red truths knocked me down to the floor. It was getting hard to even stand back up. Does that mean my body is telling me that I'm about to surrender? To the truth where Aunt Natsuhi is the culprit? Their red truth is getting more and more perfect. Each time I think I can slip through a chink in their armor, Delanor smacks me down with the red longsword of Nox. Why do we have to go with her? I don't want to see Beato like this. Her Majesty is the ruler of the Golden Land. Her enthusiasm as my rival are completely gone. She's just a pitiful woman who's been trampled over and lost all hope, with tears streaming down her face and a tragic smile that I can't bear to look at.
あなたの真実はもはや存在しないのですか?
No. I have one last thing.
それは夏日が犯人でない異なる真実なのですね。
And that's not it. All I can do is prove that Aunt Natsuhi isn't the culprit. After that, I can't show what the real truth is at all.
しかしそれでもベアトだけは助かるかもしれねえ。
どうして？
俺は夏日おばさんが断じて犯人ではないと示せる。だが異なる本当の真実を示せない。エリカの真実を無産させれば事件は闇に戻り、お前の生きる余地もあるだろう。
Is Battler trying to do two things at once here? Is that what he was trying to do? Like, was he trying to have it so Beatrice would still fall, but Natsuhi would also, you know, be declared as not the culprit? What does he have in mind?
それができたならね。でも、もし新しき真実が示せないなら、あんたはもうプレイヤーとして無能の用なしよ。このゲーム版から永遠に消えてもらうわ。
At this point, the game master is Lambda Delta, and she is there too. This probably doesn't mean losing a single game, but being banished from this game for all eternity for losing. from what the witches have said in the past, I can faintly imagine the place pieces are sent when they're banished. It's known as the depths of oblivion, an eternal darkness that lies on the far side of an eternal oblivion and where there is no concept of life or death. Now I'm going to disappear, aren't I? However, Beato will remain. As long as Beato remains, no matter how suspicious Aunt Natsuhi is, there will always remain space for the witch to be the culprit. In other words, room for Aunt Natsuhi to not be the culprit. As long as that space exists, someone will eventually expose the truth. It doesn't have to be me. Anyway, eventually someone will smash this fake truth to pieces. I understood that. The time had come to abandon myself for the sake of this other person who would eventually appear for the sake of the real truth.
どうや
What do you got, Battler?
らお前を殺すって約束を俺はやっぱり破っちまうみてえだな。
嫌だ。わらわだけ生き残らせるな。そなたと共にわらわも消える。それがわらわへの最後の手向けとなるのだ。頼む。その願いだけ叶えてくれれば他には何もいらないから。
Come on, Battler. Spit it out. What is it you know?
名残はつきましたか？やはりあなたには失望です。後ろ宮バトラー。
とっとと引導を渡してください。夏日さんの罪を暴く私の独壇場が残ってますので。本当に面白いわ、ベアトリーチェ、後ろ宮バトラー。でももう飽きたわ。私たちのゲームにもうあんたたちは必要ないわ。おやりなさい、ドラノール。
これでおしまいです。最後の力がまだあるなら、せめて最後にそれを振り絞って見せてください。
Come on, Battler. You gotta have something here. Throw it at us. Like, no matter what. Let's just hear it. It's small, but it's a sparkling red truth. The last trump card Virgilia gave me. Erica, this takes your theory back to square one.
できるものならどうぞ。
くらいやがれ。後ろ宮夏日は犯人にあらず。
Oh, he's just throwing out the red. The red truth is simply truth, with no evidence or proof needed. This will make Delanor stagger, even if that's all it does. It's the first and last strike I can make. No. No, what is she doing?
ノックス第20探偵方法に超自然能力の使用を禁ず。
Wow. So, we can't even use this shit. Not by itself. My red truth was blown away by Delanor's red longsword.
この法廷で魔女以外が赤き真実を語るなら、それにふさわしい証明を構築してちょうだい。エリカはこれまでその手順を踏んできたはずよ。
True, Erica hasn't used the red herself even once so far. She always had Bernkastel, a witch, repeat her statements.
あなたのその赤き真実は、あなたが自分で手に入れたものではないわ。超常存在から授けられた超自然の真実よ。すなわち推理ではない、でたらめな思いつきと同じという。
In that case, if I have Virgilia say the same red truth, where's Virgilia? Where is she?
あ
Yeah.
なたがその赤き真実を掲げるには、それにふさわしい構築が必要です。
Thing is that she hasn't really been a part of this game necessarily, so... I mean, yeah, she knows, you know, the truth of the matter here in this, but does she also have the authority to say anything, you know? Could she actually speak up, to step up to the plate like Battler did?
それが示せるのですか？
No, it's impossible. I just have the truth that Aunt Natsuhi isn't the culprit without any basis or evidence.
なあ、本当の真実なんて儚いんだよ。本当の真実なんて存在するのか、そしてそれは必要なものなのか。なくてもこうして物語は進むんだよ、バトラー。
さあバトラー、あなたの示した赤を証明するのです。それができないならお別れです。
Wow. Does he have anything here?
お別れだ。すまねえ、ベアト。
言うな、わらわに今日まで付き合ってくれて。こんな血まみれの物語であったが楽しかったぞ。
Anything at all. Come on, Battler.
それではこれにて、
Oh, never mind. It's all over. Oh, there she goes again. Okay, we get it. We get it, Delanor. It's okay. Oh my god. How long does this go on for? And she really gets into it. All right. With that, the trial for the 5th game ended. The detective Furuto Erika accused the culprit Ushiromiya Natsuhi. There are 3 riddles that the detective must explain. The first is the whodunit. Who is the culprit? As previously stated, it is Ushiromiya Natsuhi. The second is howdunit. How did they carry out the crime? During the hour between midnight on October 4th, 1986, and 1 a.m. the next day. It's all the same day at that point, but however you want to look at it, because they're using, 24 as, okay, whatever. Ushiromiya Natsuhi went to the cousin's room on the 2nd floor of the guest house and the servant waiting room on the 1st floor of the mansion. There she carried out the murders. It is only possible for the crime to have taken place during that hour, and for that 1 hour, alibis have been proven for all characters except Natsuhi. Also, oh wow. I will say that, I've kind of been totally rejecting everything that we've seen from Natsuhi, and obviously a lot of it has also been rejected by Brunka still in a way to shatter her heart at the very end. And yeah, we all kind of knew that. I definitely did, especially. But some of these scenes, we could not tell if they were real or not. We were being shown something that could have been a facade, what could have been truth, or she could have just been doing something else, while we were, again, shown something that was simply a facade. We had no way of telling. As it was stated, yes, this story was very much rigged. We don't need any evidence for that one. We know, as the viewer, as the gamers here. We know that we were fucked from the get-go. From the sky, a massive red longsword, even greater in size than the one Delanor held, came crashing down like a thunderbolt, piercing through Battler's heart and pinning him in place while he stood still. In that instant, Beatrice became a golden splash and faded away, and her former minions disappeared as well. As the heartless witches looked down at the cathedral's center, laughing coldly, all that remained was Battler, with the red longsword sticking through him and Delanor. Okay, but why do we also have to, like, disappear?
安らかに眠れ、後ろ宮バトラー。残念です。あなたはもっとできる人だと思っていました。
And he let that pressure get to him. Battler blew bubbles of blood, closed his eyes slowly, and died. Delano stared on in silence, then turned on her heels when she saw his life leave him. After that, all that remained was the corpse of this sorrowful man, pierced by the sword that acted as a massive red grave marker, and lit by the faint glow let in from the cathedral's skylight. Well, this sucks. Where do we go from here, then? In a way, Battler's side won, but also in another way, Battler lost. What continues on from here now? And then, there is the third riddle the detective must uncover. The final riddle, the why done it. Why did they commit the crime? The motive. In third-rate mysteries, there's no need to uncover this. After all, even if you don't expose the motive, the culprit will just confess it when all is said and done. However, Furuto Erika was first-rate, so she would expose even this. Which takes us back to the game. Natsuhi was being confined in the parlor under everyone's watchful gazes. Then Erika made use of everyone to diligently and persistently search all places, even Natsuhi's room, for clues about her motive.
さて、お集まりの皆さん、このような恐ろしい殺人に何が後宮夏日さんを駆り立てたのか。探偵フルドエリカの調査により、その輪郭が浮かび上がってまいりました。それをここにご報告させていただきたいと思います。
It's probably got something to do with the inheritance. Everyone remained silent, urging her to continue. Erika tossed some of Natsuhi's possessions that had been confiscated onto the table.
まず、これらは夏日さんの部屋から発見された過去の日記帳です。
Oh, you know what? It might have to do with the supposed extra person as
近
well.
年ではほとんど書かれていませんが、後宮家に籍を入れたばかりの頃については詳細な記述があります。これらの多くは鍵付きの日記帳に封じられていましたが、事件の全貌を暴くために全員の承認を受けた私の権限により、これらの鍵を全て破壊させていただきました。
人でなし、人の日記を読むなんて。ならあんたは何よ、殺人鬼。お前ごときにプライバシーなんてあるわけないでしょ。
この日記帳から浮かび上がったのは、夏日さんはクラウスさんと特殊な事情でご結婚なされたらしいということです。ここにいらっしゃる皆さんは私よりご存知なのでは。夏日さん、クラウスさんご夫婦は恋愛結婚でもお見合い結婚でもありません。いわば人質のような結婚でした。
そのようなことはありません。
この赤い日記帳の24ページに以下の記述があります。私は後宮家に嫁という名で軟禁された人質なのです。でも私が人質となることで全てが丸く収まるならば、夏日さん、あなたは自分が人質であったことをここですでにお認めになっています。
Yeah, she kind of set herself up on that one.
熊沢さんは夏日さんがここに来られた当初からお世話をしていますね。当時のことを話してくださいませんか？
I mean, Kumasawa was actually, going back to, what was it, episode 1? She was the one that actually narrated the fact that Natsuhi was in such a difficult situation from the get-go.
私にそうこぼされたこともございました。奥様のご結婚についての事情を知るのは今は私と南條先生くらいのものでしょうか。
ですな。当時は金蔵さんが縦横無尽に活躍する黄金時代だった。金蔵さんはあらゆる敵を打ち倒し、 経済力を拡大していったのです。夏日さんの家もそんな敵の一つでした。
As though the time to talk had suddenly come at hand, Kumasawa and Nanjo openly delved into territory that should never have been touched upon again. This was concerning the period during which Kinzo was most feared for his ferocity. It has been said that though Kinzo had many assets and connections, he held a grudge after being looked down upon by members in the elite as being an upstart. And because of this, apparently, Kinzo wanted to find Krause a wife from a noble family and use this to raise the Ushiromiya family's status. Then he overcame Natsuhi's family in a financial struggle and proposed that a marriage be performed as a method of reconciliation. And the person he picked was Natsuhi. Natsuhi had been raised to be clean and pure in a family of Shinto priests, making her a true noble lady. By choosing her, not only did Kinzo cause them the worst possible humiliation, well, he also won what he considered to be a nice trophy. So that marriage proposal was humiliating to Natsuhi from the very beginning.
この辺りの経緯については、今熊沢さんと南條先生がお話しくださったものと日記帳に記されている内容が合致します。以上から夏日さんは後宮夏日を名乗ることとなった当初から激しい憎悪を持っていたことがお分かりになると思います。どうですか、夏日さん。それはお認めになりますか？
All the cold gazes turned to face Natsuhi.
確かに最初はそう思っていました。私は愛のない結婚を強要された花嫁という名の人質だと。ですが夫は私を人質などと見下しはしませんでした。私の事情を理解し同情と慈しみを与えてくれました。夫だけは私の理解者だったのです。
なるほど、それは一理あります。確かにあなたの日記にはクラウスさんがあなたの事情を知って気遣ってくれる描写がいくつか散見できます。しかしあなたはそれをこちらの日記帳の47ページでむしろ気持ちが悪いと描写していますね。以下朗読します。クラウスの気遣いはむしろ私を惨めにさせるだけ、そうして私を恥ずかしめているのではないかとさえ思う時があります。以上から夏日さんがそんな気遣いを見せていた夫を嫌悪していたことが伺えます。
待ちなさい。確かに最初はそう思ったこともあります。まだ日々を不安に過ごす私が気遣いを素直に受け取れず邪推してそう記してしまったこともあったかもしれません。私はやがてそんな夫の気遣いに気づいてその気持ちを受け入れるようになるのです。
その記述は日記帳のどこにも登場しませんが、
日記にさえ書かない秘められた気持ちというものもあります。
あらゆる証拠品と証言から多角的に構築してあなたが夫に激しい嫌悪を持っていたことは明らかです。そして逆にあなたがおっしゃるようなやがて受け入れるようになっていったことを示す証拠は存在しません。
I mean, a lot of what we saw between them, like, I'm sure there were some feelings and all that, but at the end of the day, it really did seem like, you know, just kind of serving the position that she was in and trying to respect and hold respect for her husband, the family, her daughter. That is what it always kind of seemed like, but I don't know. I think it's a little harsh, the direction that Erica is trying to twist the narrative in here.
私は夫は愛していました。
その発言を赤き真実に昇華させる証拠、
愛を語るにも証拠がいるというのですか。
赤き真実以外は何も信じられません。
She doesn't know what that is.
赤くない発言は何の証拠にもならない、何の信用もできない。赤くない文字はすべて私を欺くための偽りです。愛してる？白い文字で愛を語られて誰が信じるんです？赤くない言葉なんて何も信用できない。この世で信じられるのは赤き真実と それを得るために主に捧げる供物の証拠品だけです。
You got that, guys? Make sure you actually say in red text that you love your partner and all this other stuff, and make sure you get that validated by Erica, or else you don't really love your partner. That's just how it is. I don't make the rules, I just follow them.
真実を語れぬ嘘つき人間どもめ、赤き真実なき人間に愛も心も真実も語る資格なんてないんです。知ってました。男はあなたたち女が思ってるほどバカではありませんよ。男は女の愛しているなんて本気で真に受けたりなんかしません。
No, that's a lie.
かわいそうな人、本当に人を愛したことがないのね。探偵に恋愛は不要です。恋愛という単語など殺人動機を示す以外で使用した覚えがありません。あなたが何と言おうと、私たちは愛し合っていました。私が愚痴ばかりを日記に記していたことは夫にも謝らなければならないことです。しかし私は夫に心を捧げていました。それはたとえ証拠で示せなくても。却下します。往生際が悪いですよ。証拠と証言からあなたが後ろ宮家も夫も全て憎悪していたことはもはや明白なのですから。
そうよ、私は何度も聞いてるわよ。
あなただって秀吉さんの陰口を口にされた日もあったではありませんか。
主人を殺したくせに何よその口の利き方は。死になさいよ。死んで主人に詫びてきなさいよ。
乱暴はやめてくださいエヴァさん。今は私が犯人を追及して断罪するあなたのものではありませんよ。さて彼女は数年を経て表向きは生活に馴染んだように見えましたが、実際は心の中に強い憎悪を募らせたままでした。そんな彼女の中にいつか復讐したいと思う気持ちが芽生えたとしても何の不思議もありませんでした。勝手なことを言わないで。
Each time Erica read Natsuhi's diary one after another, she exposed more of Natsuhi's emotions during those painful days. Natsuhi hadn't written them to leave those words behind. She had written to forget those memories and seal them away. That's why she had written down her feelings during those painful days, locked them up and sealed them away for all eternity. However, Erica claimed that these were Natsuhi's true hidden feelings, that had been locked away and concealed. Since it had already been concluded that Natsuhi was a murderer, everyone accepted Erica's claim. By this point, the red truth wasn't even necessary to establish Natsuhi's motive. As long as the reason seemed plausible, everyone would believe it. No matter how much Natsuhi might object, no one would believe her. No one could accept the truth that Natsuhi spoke of, about the days that she had spent loving her husband. That had been painted over by a false truth, in which she hated her husband and swore revenge against him. The pen of the gods that composes the truth had been given to Erica.
だから何？あんたの事情なんて知ったことじゃないわよ。人殺し。人殺し。
Oh, god damn it, it should have been Eva, not Hideyoshi.
おやめなさい。私には夏日さんの気持ちもよくわかるのです。
いつかこういう日も来るのではないかと思ってお
Okay,
りました。
Kumasawa. What the fuck?
おいたわしや、おいたわしや。
親父のわがままな人生に振り回された気の毒な犠牲者の一人だとは思うぜ。
私は奥様のその心の痛みを存じておりました。
Okay, Goda.
そしてその支えになりたいと日々思っていたのですが、力及ばずこのようなことに。
僕には愛憎の気持ちなんてわからない。
あなたにもいつかわかるわ。そしてそれは生きる目的にも殺す目的にもなりうるの。
本当に夏日おばさんが犯人なのか。
ああ、それを言われると夏日さん以外に犯人の可能性のある人がいらっしゃいまして。
おい、ふざけるなよ。 なんでそんな大事なことを早く言わないんだ。
夏日さん、実はあなた以外にも犯行の可能な方が一人いらっしゃるんです。あなたがどうしても犯人でないとおっしゃるなら、その方が犯人ということになってしまうんですが。
Is she going to throw it on Battler? Or is she going to throw it on Kraus?
それは誰だ？誰なんだ？
後宮金蔵さんです。
Ah, you know what? I kept on forgetting. I kept on forgetting about that huge lie.
金蔵さんは今日の未明。
Okay, well, before we jump into all that, I guess as we're truly wrapping up whatever truth that we're coming up for this one, we'll wrap it up for this video, and I guess next time we'll jump in and continue on with just painting over the walls with this truth that Erica is throwing together. And Battler did not come to the rescue like I thought he would, with his sometimes big brain and figure things out. He was just so pressured that he couldn't do anything. He really couldn't. I was hoping that we'd see the version of Battler that we've once seen before that can just really piece things together, but unfortunately not, which does suck. But thank you all for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy.